In this video, we give you 6 tips on how to effectively and efficiently protect yourself from the evil eye, and what you should keep in mind while doing so. Haganat ha-Nefesh, as taught by Salomo Baal Shem, the Western path of spiritual self-defense. Evil eye. 6 powerful tips on how to protect yourself from the Ayin hara and its consequences. Tip 1. Does it help to wear red or blue string? Red string bracelets have become famous through various Hollywood stars, but the color blue is also sometimes used. Wearing colored strings may seem to be a common custom and in accordance with the religious teachings of Judaism, but it is not at all. The Tosefta, in Shabbat 7, teaches us that wearing a red string is a prohibited idolatrist practice. While there are some sources that mention wearing a band to protect against the evil eye and negative influences, this is generally considered unusual and not effective. An example, the Hasidic Rabbi Chaim Elazar Spira of Munkash, known as the Minchad Elazar, records a custom to carry a red cloth or similar red item to ward off the Ayin hara, the evil eye. Why red? In the Kabbalah, red stands for the Sephira Gevura, for stringency and judgment, the spiritual principle that wards off negative energy. However, other sources mention the color blue. Thus, in the important Kabbalistic text, the Zohar, we find the following passage. Certain beings have the capacity to cast an Ayin hara. When they look your way, prepare before your eyes the color blue, and their eyes will have no influence over you. Interestingly, there's no mention here of wearing a string or the like, but a visualization technique is described. Why is the color blue emphasized in the Zohar from a Kabbalistic point of view? The Talmud says, it is because sky blue dye is similar in its color to the sea, and the sea is similar to the sky, and the sky is similar to the throne of glory. As it is stated, and they saw the God of Israel, and there was under his feet the like of a paved work of sapphire stone, and the like of the very heaven for clearness. This verse shows that the heavens are similar to sapphire, and it is written, and above the firmament that was over their heads was the likeness of a throne, as the appearance of a sapphire stone. Therefore, the throne is similar to the heavens. The color of sky blue dye acts as an indication of the bond to the divine, the highest principle that protects. On the one hand, there is controversy in Judaism about whether it is appropriate to wear red or colored strings as a potential protection against something. On the other hand, from a Kabbalistic point of view, there is also something to be said for the color blue. But is wearing these bands an effective protection? From a magical point of view, this is by no means adequate protection. Everything described before only has symbolic meaning and works by means of the psyche, as a reminder of certain principles within the Sephirot of the Tree of Life. We have also included 2 additional sources in the description text that discuss the wearing of strings and show that it is an uncommon practice due to its prohibition, but that it was sometimes considered in folklore. So what then does effective protection look like? Tip 2. Use a protective amulet or chamsa. Making a truly magical amulet to protect against negative influences such as the evil eye requires the skill of a well-trained practitioner. Jewish Kabbalists have always been considered experts in such matters. Here you can see some traditional representations of a chamsa, also called Yad ha-Chamesh in Hebrew. However, a protective amulet is often bought in a shop or ordered on the internet. Such a chamsa or similar protective amulet, like the blue eye nasar, has of course no real magical effect. To do so, it must be made and consecrated by someone who knows how to do such things. You can learn all the skills and knowledge of how to make and consecrate a powerful amulet or talisman, called kameya in Kabbalah, in our training courses on Haganat ha-Nefesh, Refuah, and Kabbalah Ma'asit. If you are interested in learning more, use the links below the video. Watch the video until the end, and we'll tell you how you can print our self-designed chamsa for free. Tip 3. Say a blessing. How can we avoid provoking the evil eye? The Chida, the erudite and famous Kabbalist Chaim Yosef David Atzulai, taught the following in this regard. One who speaks the praises of a person's wisdom, wealth, children, and the like is obligated to bless him that an Ayin hara, or evil eye, should have no power over him. But if he gives the evil eye to his friend, then he will only receive that his punishment will rise in his fire. Accordingly, it is commanded to speak about the good qualities or achievements of a fellow human being additionally with a blessing. In Hebrew, this is commonly done by inserting the phrase bli ayin hara, which means without evil eye. In Yiddish, this is said as kein ayin hara, which is often contracted to sound like keinayin ahora or kina hora. Tip 4. Use luck and wealth wisely and responsibly. The Talmud, in Eruvin 64, A through B, explains that if someone has obtained wealth through circumstances other than work, such as a dowry, inheritance, or winnings, he or she should also do something special with some of the wealth. If you would like to read the passage from the Talmud, we have included it in the description text. It is prescribed to use one portion for a mitzvah, a meritorious religious act. For a Jew, this may be the purchase of a Torah scroll for the community synagogue. In a figurative sense, this can mean for a mystery student to use a part of what he or she has received through fortunate circumstances for the spiritual community to which he or she feels connected. For example, by supporting them through a donation or other contributions that are meaningful, such as the purchase or production of temple inventory or the like. What can someone do who feels connected to spirituality and esotericism or the mysteries, but has not yet become a part of a mystery school or tradition? In such a case, this person can follow this spiritual principle by donating to an organization he or she considers valuable. For example, our mystery work and YouTube channel could be supported. If you would like to know more, you will find links in the description text to our Patreon account and to our online courses, where we have a section where you can find out about different forms of involvement in our project if you find our work valuable and would like to support it. Tip 5. Midah keneged midah. You reap what you sow. When we look at protection from the consequences of the evil eye, we should also look at an important spiritual teaching, the principle of karma. Karma means something like effect or deed, and it is mainly about the consequences of our deeds. The term karma originally comes from Sanskrit and Eastern teachings. The Western equivalent of this is to take responsibility for our actions and for the fate that follows. In Hebrew, it is called midah keneged midah, literally, measure versus measure. If we send out negative thoughts such as the evil eye towards others, or we consider that they are not entitled to their happiness, wealth, and success, or achievements, then the heavenly court will first look to ourselves to see if everything is all right. Or, we could also say, to see whether everything is kosher. This means that when you demand karmic justice for others, you must always answer for yourself first. Midah keneged midah is the principle that you reap what you sow. This means that responsible action can prevent negative consequences and promotes a generative community in which we support others and do not treat them with envy and ill will. From a mystery perspective, we can say that we keep our aura pure. Tip 6. Personal instruction in spiritual self-defense. If you want to learn more about recognizing and neutralizing such astral energies as the evil eye and other curses, and learn more about protection against destructive magical energies, find out about our training in spiritual self-defense, Haganat ha-Nefesh. We will also soon offer a live webinar on spiritual self-defense. This will explain different forms of curses, hexes, and magical attacks in more detail, and will also include some practical explanations on how to protect yourself from them. Other aspects about the evil eye that we could not cover in our short videos will also be discussed. You will also learn about how to recognize magical attacks and what to look out for. We will talk about how experts go about it and what distinguishes them from esoteric quacks. Yes, they do exist. We will also talk about the task of the temple guardian in rituals and mystery work. To be informed about the date, it is best to sign up for our newsletter. If you are interested in the topic, and since you are watching this video, we assume that you are, we cordially invite you to participate. If you can't make it, you can still catch up on the webinar later and purchase access to the recordings on our course page. We also have some videos and a playlist regarding this topic on our channel. If you want to go deeper and learn effective magical techniques under personal guidance, our intensive workshop in psychic protection and spiritual self-defense, Haganat ha-Nefesh, might be just right for you. You can find all the links here under the video in the description. We have an additional tip for you. What can you do now to protect yourself from the evil eye? Use our effective self-designed Hamsa to print out, which you can use directly for effective protection against the evil eye. To receive it, sign up for our newsletter, which we have also linked to you. You will receive a PDF with our Hamsa with your first newsletter. We hope our 6 tips and our additional tip were valuable for you. If so, support our work with a like. If you want to see more of these videos and many other Kabbalistic, magical, and spiritual topics, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell to be informed about new releases. Tell us about your experiences with the evil eye and other curses in the comments. We respond to every serious comment. However, please understand that we do not wish to discuss individual cases publicly in the comments. If you believe that you have been the victim of an evil eye or other black magic attack, or would like spiritual support, you can write us an email at the address in the video description. We wish you the protection and blessing of the light at all times.